Again, racers, if you have money coming, up on the 3rd floor of the tower. You can just keep hiking your way up there, and you haven't had a chance to get by and get your T-shirt yet. Understand they're still open, and the opportunity still exists for you to get yours. The JEGS Sportsnationals, which the beginning of the week, there were a lot of people concerned about, wow, we even going to get this race in, and looky here we are. Sunday evening under the lights, Beech Bend crowns some champs. Got to tell you honestly, and Ellen will agree with me, for all the mass hysteria about moisture at the beginning of the week, probably been one of the driest races we've had in quite a while. Final round bound with everybody. Here's that.
Well, thank you very much, Bob Unkerfer. Before they get up here and start cranking tires, I want to say very publicly, well, hopefully everybody can hear me, a big thank you to Bob Unkerfer for sharing his office with me. It's been a genuine pleasure to spend a couple of days working with him again. Those of you that might be fairly new to this, Bob and I spent a lot of years on the road sharing stories and doing races, and a genuine pleasure to spend a couple of days with my old pal again. And he even got dinner the other night without losing a flip. Oh, are you kidding? Why would you not tell Lewis? You always share that stuff with a guaranteed first-time winner. A couple of cars that were actually built to go up against each other in the marketplace. They were the small family sedans or the small personal cars back in the mid-'60s. Falcon for Ford, Nova for Chevrolet. Nothing they did when they rolled off the assembly line back then. Now, Jeremy plays the throttle stop game a whole lot different from most. This thing really takes off on the starting line and then falls down out there 100, 150 feet or so. Horseman's car will slow down right off the start line, then be on the chase. Somebody is going home with a Wally for the first time. That trophy stays in Kentucky. If the left lane does, it goes to Missouri. First trophy from the JEGS Sportsnationals, presented by Quick Fuel. We're green. Little Chevy makes that little weird move that it's done the last couple of times now. He's out there, that 427 Ford pulling up alongside. Is there room? Double breakout. Gary Horseman gets it done. 1087 to a 1089. Jeremy was 011 on the tree, got a little too much at the stripe. He's under by 3. Horseman is only under by 1. 4 thousandths if you want to get technical. But Gary Horseman wins his first, and he'll take it back to Festus, Missouri. Now it's Joe Harper in the Dodge Avenger, and Steve Hoyt in the Corvette. Harper in uncharted territory here. Has been in the finals a few times. More often than not, it has ended in final round frustration. He does have a Wally back on the mantle, but it's been getting lonely. Corvette right side, out of Indiana. Dodge Avenger out of Mississippi. 990 for the win. And we're green. Usually it's Corvettes against the world. This time we got one with a windshield and one without. And how about Harper? Dead 4 takes down dead 9. Oh, man. Steve Hoyt, 4 thou behind at this. Joe Harper, 5 thou quicker on the racetrack. Margin of victory, 1/1000th of a second. And Joe Harper grabs his first. Austin Williams and Jonathan Anderson. Jonathan Anderson had quite a run in the Super Street car, but amazingly enough, of all the success he's had at Austin Williams since he got out of the junior dragsters 10 years ago has been brutal. Trying to make a championship run here, trying to go back-to-back. After Heartland Park last week, we got a Georgia car in the left lane, we got a Texas car in the right lane. Big Wally Or does Austin have to expand his trophy case even more? The two big blocks singing in harmony, top end. First time, Jonathan Anderson, 890. When you take down a guy like that, 004 taking 19th thou. Jonathan Anderson gets it done in the dragster. And Austin Williams, still not having a bad couple of weeks, but came up a little bit short this time. Now let's talk about some faster dragsters. I mean, like a lot. Ellison, that's the Pirate in the fireworks business out of Kentucky. And Michael Kyle. This is kind of a rare Morrison test bed. It's the first time I've seen a car with a 5 nitrous motor at one point in time, and there may be a problem at Lynn Ellison's car. They're taking a very close look at that thing. And they are still looking very closely at the Pirates car. Well, at this point, I think they've decided at least to stage it and see what happens. They're dialed almost heads up. They leave almost as one. Finish line stripe. Winner picker says the trophy stays in Kentucky. 631. Ellison, 14 better on the tree, taking 5 thousandths at the stripe. Michael Kyle goes 626 at 217 and comes up that much short. Congratulations to Lynn, to Madison, to Shannon. Arg! Come on, I had to do the Pirate. Okay, how many think that was the lamest Pirate bet? We're taking home the trophy, matey. Lynn Ellison, number 8 in his career. And now it's Top Sportsman. Racing Jason Lynch, left side for Cars Protection Plus. I'm telling you, deal with some of the pro stock teams just to break in tires. You know how much time, money, and effort those guys spend breaking in tires? I mean, all it's going to do is make your car 4 or 5 slow, so what? Dial back a little bit. But I'm telling you, the way that car is, you could never have to buy another slick. Mark McDonald, the dragsters will come on a celebration because they've got like everybody on the team and down there on the starting line. McDonald, Mustang, out of Indiana. He's won before. Jason Lynch has also won before, but never in Top Sportsman. They're staged up and ready. The blower car actually leaves first. The nitrous car right there. 20 feet later, check it out. Start the celebration in Cedar Hill, Tennessee. 665, 213 miles an hour. Mark McDonald was better on the tree by a little, but Racing Jason at 213 miles an hour sticks the nose out in front by 3 thousandths of a second. And at national level, but is first in Top Sportsman. Congratulations to the entire Cars Protection Plus team. We need Cody Lane back for the final round. We've got our stalkers ready to go down here. We've got Competition Eliminator pulling out right now. Jason Cohn. Once one of them was a junior dragster, you could not have two dragsters much more different than this. Jason Cohn's four-cylinder is 190 cubic inches. If Jason Cohn had 2.5 engines in his car, he still wouldn't have the cubic inches that Terry Smith does. A 500 cubic inch pro stock Hemi Dodge behind Terry's head. And a little bitty, teeny tiny four-cylinder that's going to try to hold him off. Look at the handicap difference, 1.5 seconds. If they stay green, let me assure you of one thing. Terry Smith is going to go blowing by Jason Cohn down there somewhere. If he passes him 6 inches past the finish line, won't make any difference. Our final two comp cars, staged and ready. Big head start. Second half is a long time to have to look at our Christmas tree. And a red light start for Terry. Way red. So Jason Cohn, the little engine that could and did, for the 5th time in his career. He shuts off to an 871 after watching the light come on. Terry Smith, 181 red. Came back to bite. TL. And we've got two finals left. Here comes stock. Mr. Lane is rolling this way. It's about the ultimate in old school versus new school. A Camaro SS 396 A automatic. The classic aluminum headed 396 with a Holly Ricky Pennington showdown with the 5-liter. Naturally aspirated, fuel injected. Pennington will see the tree first. And the little 5-liter. Been here before. Ricky Pennington has not. Staged. Green and green. The Porcupine Chevrolet closing in at the finish line stripe. It's going to be, how about Ricky Pennington? Talk about going wild. That looked like a double mitt kick. Congratulations, Rick, the entire team down there. It ends up being a double breakout. Ricky Pennington was 012, got left on by Atkinson's 004. It was 2-1 for Ricky. And Ricky Pennington picks up his first national event trophy after a heck of a race with Jeff Atkinson in the final round. And then there were two cars left in the 2017 edition. I mentioned earlier how sincerely grateful I am for the opportunity to spend a little time working with Bob Unkefer up here. You guys in Division 3, Division 4 are very fortunate to have him do most of your points right. Jeff Conley, the new division director, who made the decision to have me come in and share the office this weekend. But it's been fun. And all we need is that Hancock and Lane car up here because, well, at this point, guys, you're standing between me and the ice chest, and that's not a good spot. I'm serving friendly notice.
If they only knew.
And here comes Mr. Lane. Tails. Did I win? Did I win? Somehow that just reminded me of my last stock eliminator race. No, well, I did lose, yes. Pathetically. No, I had to race Leo Glassbrenner, who's a pretty big hitter out on the West Coast. And I'm sitting in the staging lanes waiting because they called stock, and I just went up. I didn't. And Leo got up there. And he said, "Oh, you." He said, "I didn't recognize the number." And I said, yeah, it's me. I said, "Well, I've been up here for a while, so I just went ahead and flipped the coin while I was waiting for you." And he said, "Let me guess, you won, right?" I said, "No, I lost." And he said, "What?" I said, "Yeah, I lost." I said, "Which lane do you want?" Left from the right. And then he promptly whooped me, so next time maybe I will pick one. But the last two cars, and a big thanks to everybody here at Beech Bend, for Dallas and for Brock and all of his group, and also for the whole Division III staff who did. It would have been pretty easy at one point to go, you know what? But we are down now to the final two cars to put this thing to bed. And then we can all start thinking about the next one. Chicago for you Division III folks. Epping for a few of us. Windows on. And here come the final two cars. Let's just close it out with a good, clean, safe run. Put this in the books. Mike Bryant, MB Trucking. Never been this far before. And Cody Lane, who was the #1 qualifier and has what you might call an enviable final round record. 4 times Cody Lane has been in a final at a national event. And 4 times he went home with the trophy. The heads. And then Cody will turn loose. It's approximately a second and a half, about a full Christmas tree. You know, somehow this place, on a nice, warm, early summer evening, you can just feel the history of this racetrack. And one of these two drivers about to make his own. Michael Bryant goes in double bulbs. Now, I guarantee you he didn't mean to do that. Since that's the first time he's been here. Everybody's back in sync. That's green, and so is that. Closing on the finish line, Pontiac left, Chevrolet right, and how about this? For the first time, 10:08, 131. Cody was 2 thou better on the reaction timer. Michael Bryant goes dead 8 and takes it by 5 thousandths of a second. Cody Lane runs one over the dial at 155 and couldn't get there. Not a bad back-to-back week for the Hancock and Lane team. Yo, I closed my deal. What were you doing? But for Michael Bryant, first-time national event winner, you'll never forget it, especially since it happened at such a historic event. The JEGS Sportsnationals, presented by Quick Fuel here at Beech Bend. It has been quite a 3-day event here at D3. To all of the racers and all of the officials and all of the track folks, thank you for the effort. Thank you for the hustle. Thank you for working with us throughout the course of the weekend as we dealt with some trying weather situations and some other circumstances. It's been fun. And I hope, congrats to Michael Bryant, who turned on the last win light of the entire event and will pick up his first trophy, a copper trophy, which is the tradition here at the Sportsnationals. Again, on behalf of Bob Unkerfer, thank you so much for sharing the office. On behalf of Dallas and Brock and everybody here, it's been my pleasure. Everybody, please out tonight or out tomorrow. And tomorrow for the holiday, let's not forget the reason for the holiday. It's not about barbecues and hanging out at the lake. It's about all those that
Made it possible for barbecues and hanging out at the lake.
Gave everything so that the rest of us could enjoy what we do on this Memorial Day. Either Chicago next week, in Epping next week, or back here next year. Good night.